We drew out here kind of what we are looking for. So obviously we should have done this on the other side, but what we can do is bring the sawmill down here, line this up, and then we'll be off a 1/16 of an inch, but we can set the simple set, come back down to this spot, minus a 1/16. So we'll be able to make this cut on the other side come through. So this is number 1, number 2, and then rotate 3 and 4. And then these will be our 4 posts that are 14 foot long that we can use to build around the sawmill. From the other side it looks like we're cutting a whole lot off, but it can be very deceiving. I think it's much like elevation. Things can be deceiving, so we came down, we set it, so we think it should be good, so we're just going to take the cut and see what happens. I suppose worst case scenarios, we'll turn this into something other than our post. Okay, this is going to be cut number 3, and I haven't marked number 4 just because of the way we rotated, but it'll be number 3, so we'll take this one off, then we'll have this square edge on the bottom, we'll just have one more cut to have a cant, and then we'll make the cuts here to make some 6x6s. On this side, so that should be good. You can set that. So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you.
can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
Yeah, getting pretty late, but this will be the last cut on here, and then we'll cut this into 4 separate ones. Overall, not too bad, but we did end up with a little bit of a curve down there, so we'll see how these turn out.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the world. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the world.
I think the last thing I videoed was cutting those 6x6s, so we drew on the log and worked on cutting those. So I want to kind of show how that turned out. You know, a lot of stuff that you see on channels. See how whenever a mill gets set up, you know, beautiful board just start coming right off the line. So kind of wanted to show that, you know, stuff happens, and you know, I don't think it's anything we did. It's more just looking at the logs, reading the logs, and you know, determining kind of what they're going to be good for, and you know, how much like the direction that you cut through a log can really change things. So I'll kind of show you this one. It's kind of what I mean. So these are a couple of the pieces, and we've cut some of them down to try to salvage, but here you can kind of see there are a couple of the cuts. So you can see when cutting through, had some big dives in it. It's pretty wavy. So not everything that immediately comes off is, you know, quality wood. You know, there's gonna be stuff that happens where, you know, like there's a knot here, so that's part of the reason that kind of happened. And like here, I'm not sure, you know, why it went down so much past that point and then kind of stayed down, but just kind of wanted to show that, you know, not everything that comes off the mill is going to be 100%, you know, perfect. These were this is a piece of red oak, so it was a little bit harder than other stuff we've done, and you know, just still learning about. I think this is the 5th tree that we've milled up, so still learning about the mill and then about kind of different techniques and stuff. So what we're able to do, so we moved these off and we did some milling the other direction. So we found that the last turn that we did for the logs, that whenever we cut that, it was pretty straight. So we left it there and tried cutting some more boards to kind of get, you know, some usable lumber out of it, since what we have is not as good. So over here, so that over there is all poplar, so this is part of that red oak. So you can see some of the curves and stuff in the bottom piece, but we're able to take and run it the other direction and get some decent boards there, and we'll go through and like edge these to where we take the bark part off. Same with all of these that are over here. We'll go through an edge, definitely the bottom ones in particular, be able to get some good pieces out of those, and those are like 1-bys. So anyway, just kind of wanted to go through and talk about that a little bit, just because most of the time on YouTube you don't see that. You just see oh, I went out and I cut 6x6s and I got 4 perfect 6x6s like I intended, and sometimes that doesn't always happen. It's part of learning how to breed trees and use the mill. So thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. I'll catch you next time.